All right, so it's a little later. It's almost 9, right? Or after 9, I think, or maybe. I'll be very honest. My nights have been longer. I've been suffering at night like a lot. And I was in pain. And I'll explain in my next video of the medical thing of gynecomastia. And many other things in the body that you should know about. That causes that and tumors and stuff like that. Anyway, so next, I just, uh, it's difficult, but I need spectators to start coming out at night, in our subway systems, mostly the E line and the Jamaica stop and the last stop, as well as the World Trade Center and stuff, and through the caboose and the subways, I know our media, the media in the United States of America, the fake news media will never publish any of this. Will never publish this on TV, on a newspaper, on a magazine, or art, or web article. But I need the Forgan Press to fly into to New York City as soon as possible. And go on assignment. So you got so the press from Italy, Europe, and the press from Russia and China, and from India, and the press from Iceland, and the press from Canada, and from South America, and from the Caribbean and Central America, and many reputable and from the United Kingdom, to start reporting what's going on in the United States, because they will hinder every single thing to make President Donald J. Trump look awful and bad, in office, and what's going on in the United States is not normal, it's I see it all the time, but yesterday I'm sitting there in the Jamaica stop, and what I see is not normal. It's not normal whatsoever. I see in the first I was on those train rides. I see these police officers, and one of them is playing Indian and robber. Some black gentleman that comes from a mammal species with some female to male transgender that looks like my brother Bobby, a female version of him. With a little mustache, looking like a stash mustache, and then going back and looking at little windows and going crazy, and this happens every single day, and then they wait to go to another caboose, and they go to another caboose, and the MTA conductor announced that they in the caboose, these caboose are very spiritual, nothing, killing or beating has never happened, or anything like that. Only robberies happen sometimes when they steal something from you, when you're sleeping or something. But otherwise than that, never, or pickpocketing, Um, um, these NYPD officers are crazy, Now, I know the transgender ban on the military, but transgender ban on any jobs, These like I had findings the other day, and then once these females they perform a double mastectomy, which is mostly done in Germany or in Canada, they lose their mammal gland, and they lose everything, Once you lose your mammal gland, you lose a lot, Anyway, um, they don't have no future, They have a very short span life, including brain aneurysms that kill them eventually, this is very crazy, but you get there, and this the MTA police, they almost the majority are female to male transgender, and then all, even though you think it's a boy, they female to male transgender, and they go back, and it looks like a Hess commercial, for a Hess commercial to sell a new Hess truck for Christmas, with little flashing flashlights and going back and forth like crazy maniacs, and since they ain't that medication, they don't listen to anyone. One of them called me a guy, because they think they part of the guy. I'm like, you don't call me a guy, I'm the owner of the MTA, Um, and they have to tell them off every single time, the people that are around. Anyway, and then I have the people for the chimpanzee and the mostly the monkey species nowadays, and these people wear wigs like mops, and these people start laughing at you, and they think that they're very confident still, that they got this, what's going on, it's ridiculous. You should see this, it's very very, it's the Jungle Book, or Jumanji, and I'm not liking this, and I found out I want the city, New York, to go through the New York City Housing Connect applications. There's a lot of them for managers for Starbucks, and managers for fast food restaurants, including the Black tribes, and including the Dominican tribe. I know a lot of applications that I know people that are very feisty with me. They're gonna be feisty because they're gonna get no apartment key, and they reserve for this one or the following one. I need them to dissect all the records from New York's Housing Connect from when it started to now. We need to get to the nitty gritty of this. And I know how they go. They say it's an income ratio, and they deleted my profile 7 times. Because I have tried this. Because I get help in New York City. And it's not fair. These are beautiful units. And then they put the ugliest units in the Bronx. And please stop building those ugly buildings in the Bronx. The Bronx is part of the mainland. You're treating the mainland like shit. And you guys are not island people. Monkeys hate islands. I don't even know, chimpanzees hate islands. Kangaroos hate islands. Um, donkeys hate islands. These are very nice, beautiful units. And if New York City Housing Connect doesn't do the right thing, I will do the right thing. No, because that's discrimination. So many people in New York City that work hard, working jobs, will have foster children that should qualify first. Ida Diaz from the welfare office has referred over 700 black people to get apartments. And she's planning to rent her Harlem apartment for $1,500 and get a new New York City Housing Connect apartment with a different name. And that's not right what she's doing. And her landlord told her already she has to leave because she brings black guys to that black guy to her home, and then she can't bring no visitors like that to her home. Because today she has a date with the security guard at her home. He's gonna bring liquor. Um, but anyway, it's not what I need the Forgan press and the Forgan media in the United States as soon as possible because the United States one is never going to report what we see at night every day. What we see every day here, it's a it's a circus show. It's a freak show. That was a freak show. That's a freak show every single night. That's a crazy freak show. And then we have, yeah, I show you videos of these black men, these black males and these black females, and some of them don't shower for 7 months so they could smell, so they buy these $2 cigarettes, box of cigarettes, so they could smell the whole cart, so you could leave, so they can have the cart to themselves. I had two of them with a lot of gaps on the teeth. That means that they hit white people, the girls, and then looking to steal from my pockets last night. They kept trying to steal from this young lady that drank a little too much. This young lady that lives in Queens, and I was watching her the whole entire time because she had food and everything. They wanted her bag and everything, and they were over trying to get her iPhone and her purse, and it's not right what you guys are doing. Then those shopping carts, I call them acid carts because I think those are black people in the tribe that do acid. I call them acid carts because those carts are weird. Those are acid carts. Trust me, those are called acid carts. I call them acid carts. Um, and then sometimes people give them food and they put the food on top of the acid cart, like this Leon sandwich, the super sandwich from Leon Bagels, and that was very nasty. And as white people, stop giving them stuff. Stop giving them nice stuff. That's what they do with it.